Why do artists like to use objects like fruit, teapots, or flowers in their artwork? Well, if you tried to paint these fast-moving puppies, your painting might end up like this. And though artists have many reasons for using simple objects from life as their subjects, one of the big advantages is that they stay still. When an artist uses these common objects as the subject of their work, they are making what's called a still life. For a long time, people have been using the things around them in their art. As far back as ancient Pompeii, we can find still life paintings on the walls of houses. In Europe, still life painting was big in Holland during the 17th century. Every detail in these Dutch paintings told some story about an aspect of life. Later in France, some artists began exploring abstraction and used still life painting to experiment with color and form. As art became more abstract, still life painting fell out of favor, but a group of artists known as the pop artists brought it back in the 1960s. The still life is used by all types of artists who use all different kinds of media. Chinese artist Liu Lingzhao looks very carefully at the objects she paints. Her style of painting is called representational. She uses oil paint on canvas and is interested in how light reflects on objects. Tom Wesselman was one of those pop artists who brought still life back. He sometimes used a technique known as collage, where he cut out pictures from different sources and pasted them down to create his pictures. Sometimes he even used actual 3D objects in them. Photographers also use still life. Korean photographer Kang Hee Kim uses bright colors to create still life photos that may seem a little weird, but she is trying to get us to think about how there can be poetry in everyday things. A good ceramic artist can make almost anything out of clay. Richard Shaw uses his skill with clay to make sculptures that try to fool our eye. Everything in his sculptures, from the playing cards to the glass bottles, are all made from clay and finished to look real. His work shows he has a good sense of humor. Although mostly known as a painter, Richard Diebenkorn also liked to use ink to make drawings. He found things around his home or studio to draw. Even though a coffee cup or pair of scissors do not seem that exciting, he is able to use his drawing skill to make interesting drawings from these simple subjects. As you can see, there are many ways in art to use still life to express your ideas. These 5 artists all use different media to explore what is possible using still life in art.